good afternoon, and welcome back to the Real Men of Real Estate on KCAA Radio, or at 102.3 FM, 106.5 FM, or 1050 AM on your dial. You can also find us at kcaaradio.com and on Roku. A lot of other shows out there with really great, straight to the point real estate information like this one. So, getting back to our conversation, Jared, there's a lot going on, but maybe we can work through some numbers. Do you have an example?
Yeah, so let's play some live scenarios out.
Okay.
If you're just joining us now, so my background is kind of full service. I've been in real estate on the brokerage side, uh, been a realtor at one point, and now I'm on the takeout financing side. So really looking at what is that last piece of financing you're going to get that's going to allow you to service the property.
Mm-hmm.
So the example I'm going to use could be for a single family house. This also could be for a duplex, and I think that's why I like to use this one as an example. Sitting around 800,000.
Okay.
So that that services San Diego County, probably Riverside, San Bernardino, more of a duplex, triplex there, and potentially duplex, more of a single family unit in San Diego. But let's assume that you're buying that today. Let's also assume that you're not putting a ton of money down because you want to keep cash in your pocket. So, and let's assume that we don't really care about interest rate. We're going to take a 6% rate.
Okay.
So I think that's a fair.
I think, yeah, for an investment property, you're going to be paying close to that.
Fair play, 6 to 7. There are some interesting arms and some other things that exist right now. So let's say year one, you're gonna buy this place and you're gonna house hack it a little bit. You're gonna live in one unit, rent out the other one, but your monthly payments is gonna be around 55 to 57, depending on tax and insurance a month, and that's a pretty big nut.
That's yeah.
The other unit, you're probably
That's a lot.
let's say that you got those two other units. They're leased out. They're going for $4,000 to $5,000 a month on the other two units. If it's a single unit in Southern California, the entire thing is probably leasing for about $4,300 a month. So it's fair to say that you have a loss, a net loss of $1,600 a month on paper, cash flow wise.
Okay.
But the big thing to think about is what other investment, what other opportunity costs, if you had to take $1,500 out of your pocket every single month, would you put that in today? I still think real estate's a great investment. I think that $1,500, what you have to realize is you're actually doing principal reduction as well. So you're
That's
really
significant.
taking
Yeah,
a
that's
$1,500
significant.
deficit out of one pocket and sticking it into your other pocket. Not as liquid, a little harder to get at. But I think where the magic is, when you start to get to about year 5, you're going to be break even. So even if you had to move out of the house, we're now looking at about $5,500 a month in the rental increase. So rent increases will outpace appreciation increases, or even if there is a downturn, that will make rent increase more.
Right. Yeah. Higher pressure on some place to live, right, when you can't own. Right.
100% higher.
Mm-hmm.
We're actually slated to have the highest increase in the United States of about 30%. So year over year from 2022 to 2023.
Man,
and
incredible.
I'm using in these numbers in this kind of real scenario about a 5.5% increase in the rental market. And we are going to see up to 10% is the cap for the current person staying in, but assuming someone's moving out, you can actually have a higher increase in that. But then when you start to get to year 7, 8, 9, you're actually cash flowing this thing $1,500 to $2,000 a month, which is absolutely incredible. Because in the Midwest, if you were to buy that house, you're going to be stuck with a cash flow. Again, you're cash flowing it,
right?
But your net's really going to be around that $500, $600, $700 a month mark,
right? And so it's not going to increase much. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, when you average that out over time, way better on cash flow. But here's the kicker: let's assume that $800,000 house does that normal appreciation that we talked about before, about 5.25%. Your net gain, if you were to sell that house in year 9, is $700,000 net gain from money that you put in. So on years 1 through 5, if you had to put in an extra $18,000 a year to get that gain, just call me up. I'll be a secondary investor with you. I'll take half the equity, and let's go. Right?
Right,
If you
right. Find a way to solve the problem. Don't just say you can't do it.
every single day you can solve the problem. So this world example, I think it is important to look at that internal rate of return. Think about the time that you're going to be in your investment. Can you live in it? Are you going to live in it? And about even year 4 or 5, even if it's a negative cash flow to start out with, is when it's going to flip to break even conservatively, and double that year about 8. You're getting mailbox money. You're getting that crazy appreciation.
Hmm.
It is the time.
You've been paying down the mortgage along the way.
Buy and sell. Yeah. That's not including interest rates will drop at some period. You're going to
Yeah,
refinance that and even be in a better position. So
right,
uh,
right.
again, to just
And
use a
then
standard example,
cost segregation too on top of all of that. Push the
win-win-win.
cash flow.
Win-win-win. So
Yes.
people ask, when's the best time to buy? The best time to buy, in my opinion, is if you need to live in it now. But even more importantly, I think we have a big opportunity over the next 6 months, even right now,
Yeah.
to get in with as little amount of cash possible. And I think that's the important thing that people aren't thinking about. You can get seller credits, you can do those things. A year from now, that's not going to happen.
Right. I see what you're getting at. Okay. Well, if people are looking to get into this game, if they want to work with you, how can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, I have a big team. I do the strategy sessions. My team helps facilitate the loans. Best way to get a hold of me is just give me a call or a text. And my number is 619-349-9244. Again, 619-349-9244. Or you can shoot me an email at Jared@Home Loan Tech. Jared at HOMELOANTECH.com.
Awesome.
I specialize in VA and investments. When I combine those together, that's my sweet spot. But I've flipped homes, I've done hard money, I've done all this stuff. So we do it all. Just those are the two things that we've chosen to really
That's
specialize.
great. Thanks, Jared. And thanks for being my guest today on Real Men on Real Estate. This has been an absolutely fascinating conversation. I thank you a lot. So I will see you next time I see you. Have a good one.